believe that you should, be able to comfortably go back to what you were usually doing.
Definitely. No, I agree with you. And how about you, Amanda? After a breakup, what new things did you accomplish, and how did you better yourself?
I don't know. I feel like I just keep working on the same goals. But the thing is that I'm always working on, 20 goals at the same time, all the time.
No, that's good. No, I know after a breakup, it's literally a catalyst of me, just working harder on my business, my work. And, yes, I could agree with you, Tina. I make sure I lose weight because I stop eating with my ex, especially, in the past I've dated guys, even though they're fit or they weren't fit, I knew I gained weight, in the relationship. But like I said, the best catalyst after a breakup is working out. You get fit, and not only, yes, fit enough so your ex can see you looking hotter with another person, and they're like, oh my gosh, did she just get a glow up? And I'm like, yes, she did. And it's not for you anymore. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick break. Oh, go ahead.
I said it's either that or win the lottery. One of the two.
Exactly, lottery, and I'll go get my liposuction. I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, anyways, we're gonna take a short break for a few seconds, and I'll be back with you, ladies.
Hello, I'm Corinne. Now let's dive into the Real Girlfriends Across America training topic. After a breakup, you're going to want to look your best. And hopefully you can manage to look just as good as Zendaya, who right now is trending all across Twitter for just looking herself, with comments ranging from nervousness that she may have been canceled to others just admiring her sheer beauty. Now, if I was trending, this is what I would want to be trending for. Now back to you, Kat.
Oh, that was a good job, Corinne. And that actually tied into my next question. Very, very interesting. So anyways, question number 9. What is your method of glow up after a heartbreak? And Tina, I'll ask you this question first. I'm putting you on blast, sorry.
Honestly, I just get really focused into the gym and eating better and losing weight, not just to look hotter because to make them be oh, look at me. I just it's something I always struggle with in general is my weight. So when I'm not focusing on a relationship or a failing relationship at that, I'm more focused. I have more time and energy to put into okay, well, that time I was spending with so and so, I'm gonna now spend at the gym, and instead of eating this, I'm gonna eat this because I'm just me now, and I'll eat what I want. So it gets a lot more helpful for me in those times.
Oh, well, no, that's good. Like I said, after a breakup, it's all self-care always plays a role in taking care of yourself. Not only to make you look different, but it'll also make you feel better, knowing that you're doing an improvement in yourself. And how about you, Tawanda? What is your method of glow up after a heartbreak?
Definitely self-care all the way. I'm going to be pampering myself, relaxation, probably a trip, something to get away and clear my mind and do all the things that I love to do. And definitely, like you just said, the self-care, and which is things we should really do all the time, but definitely may go a little overboard just to make sure I'm staying focused and getting my mind clear and getting my meditation on and stuff like that.
No, that's good. And like you ladies, remember, I'm an advocate for self-care. So, no, I'm glad that you ladies believe in self-care as much as I do. And how about you, Amanda? What is your method of glow up after a heartbreak?
Oh man, definitely self-care, but I'm also like big into self-care. I think at this point, like if Roger tried to leave me, that Roger might not exist, but I'm not positive about that yet. I definitely would probably try. I would definitely probably try and like take everything I possibly could. I don't know.
No, it's okay. Well, you know what? Like after a heartbreak, I always have this rule. I give myself maybe a week to cry and grieve, and after that, I always tell myself, okay, time to put on your big panties on because you're just wasting your time being sad and upset. And so, I'm like, thankfully, like for you, you're already like married and happy, and hopefully, and you won't, because I'm putting it out there, you won't have to deal with a heartbreak soon, anytime soon. But no, like in general, just for any woman that's like going through a breakup, you do not want to spend so much time crying because in the end, like, and also after crying, it's not even a good feeling. Do you really want to have some dry eyes and that knot in your throat and just look like you cried? I don't like being shown when I cried because I'm the horrible crier ever. How about anyone else want to share? Say it again?
I was going to say crying is also a migraine trigger for me, so yeah.
Yeah, so that's one reason why you definitely do not want to cry. Anyone else want to share before I move on? Well, anyway, so I like how you guys brought the factor of self-care because this is actually where I'm going to. So self-care is a very important aspect to focusing more on you. Go get your nails done, change your hairstyle, drink more water, and eat healthy. When you incorporate exercise and eating healthy into your life, you become more beautiful from the inside, which will also reflect to you on the outside. Having a great self-care routine will boost your confidence, and you will become that bitch. So make sure you find time to make self-care as your priority and get comfortable in your own skin when you do not know, when no one can't tell you for shit or hurt your feelings because you already think so highly of yourself. And another thing, our main platform out here, you want to make sure you're a hustler and you get the bag. If there's one good thing you can do is to get yourself out of a broken heart, it's to start a hustle. F losers, make money. Use your pain to be the catalyst of making money, building an empire, and feeling amazing about yourself. And not only that, it's the best distraction versus being sad in the same place. So would you rather be sad and broke, or would you rather be sad crying in your Porsche? And that's not a question, you guys. It was part of what I was saying. So glow the fuck up so you can just get out of your bag. And one thing after a breakup, you also want to forgive. And I don't mean to forgive that person the following week. Give your time to forgive because in the end, you're not going to be, if you're constantly replaying the bad scenario that happened on with that relationship, you're just going to be angry at that person. And not only that, you're just going to keep bringing yourself down. So you definitely want to forgive. And for me, I hated my exes, and yes, I hated, and hate is a strong word. Feeling emotional and having that emotion in your body, it's very unhealthy. You can hate an ex for the pain and humiliation they put you through, and you can hate yourself for choosing them, especially for allowing them to hurt you and getting hurt in the process. Me personally, I had so much hate in my heart that I sought revenge, and I acted out of character. So getting revenge won't feel any better, and at the end, I just felt like my exes were evil, and it made me feel better. But in the end, it was actually making me feel like the evil person. So obviously, hurt people will hurt other people, and in order to heal, you have to forgive them. And so as we're wrapping up, I do want to ask just these two random questions because we do have a little bit of time. And Tawanda, I'm going to ask you this: what's your biggest turnoff on a guy? Tawanda?
Coming off of mute, you asked what is my biggest turn off with a guy?
On a guy, yes.
I would have to say lack of his self-care. Like dirty nails, poor hygiene, that's like a total turn off because, and I understand like if you are a certain type of worker, you're going to be dirty and you're just leaving work. Okay, cool. But if you're not at work, like your fingernails, your teeth, just etiquette, just cleanliness. That's like a really huge turn off. I mean, because I've met people that, like some guys, I'm like, hey, you need some lotion? I mean, I know guys don't walk around with lotion all the time, but yeah, just being well kept is something I appreciate. And if you're not, kind of upset about that.
No, I agree with you because I'm the same way. I don't really reciprocate what's given in that area, but I'd like to expect the guy to reciprocate what's given to him. If I take care of myself, I expect the guy to take care of himself too. So I totally understand you 110%. And how about you, Tina? What's your biggest turn off on a guy?
That would have to be laziness. There's nothing more unattractive than a lazy man, or boy, I should say, because if they're lazy like that, like where they barely got a job, where they're just like all day long, they just sit around and don't want to do shit, like they don't want to do stuff, they lack ambition, like all the laziness pretty much all around is super unattractive. I want a man that wants to work because I mean, with this coronavirus, I realized I could not be unemployed. I could not be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I got to go to work.
No.
I can't do this.
No, I agree with you. I'm the same way, too. I'm not trying to agree with everyone, but I can totally agree on that, too, because if I'm over here working maybe like 16 hours a day, and whether I'm like at my 9 to 10 hour job and then I'm like working from home and doing anything, I would not want a guy to have so much free time that like I'm wondering what the hell he's doing. And so I expect if I was in a relationship, I would definitely expect the guy to be busy just as busy as I am. And I don't care what he does as long as he's busy. I feel you on that. And how about you, Corinne? What is your biggest turn off on a guy?
I definitely a big turn off would be like the one said the hygiene, but also I would say like if they couldn't adapt to like different surroundings. So let's say if someone was like maybe if we like were in a business situation and they just couldn't adjust from maybe if they were like out with their friends. So that someone that couldn't take around everyone would be like a big turn off.
And I totally agree with that too. How about you, Amanda? What's your biggest turn off on a guy? And make sure your husband's not listening. I'm kidding.
Oh gosh, what is my biggest turn off? I think like I just really cannot stand like condescending, really. Like if we're gonna go out and you're gonna make me feel like I'm completely stupid, like we're done.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
and
well, I know only one person
that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say if Roger did that, then I would probably bury him in our backyard, but that's just fine.
Well, like I don't know if you heard about like our podcast a few days ago about the hot girl summer. Tawanda said she always carries rope on her. Do you remember that podcast, Tawanda?
I surely do.
Well, at least
okay,
now
well,
I know who to ask when she's in town. Just kidding.
Well, I know who to ask, like when I do break up with someone, apparently. Okay, well, anyways, we didn't get to the last question, but the last question I was gonna ask you was if you could be on a reality show with your ex to tell everyone about your story and get paid for it, would you do that? One person can answer this.
No.
I wouldn't. I probably would lose my shit if I did. But anyways,
I don't want the world.
Is there any announcements for it, Wanda?
I don't have any, thank you.
No.
Corinne?
We have like 50 seconds. But just have everyone follow us. All that great stuff.
Well, again, thank you everyone who has called in and listened to us. Definitely check out our Facebook, Instagram, and as well as Spotify as far as our other podcast topics.